Hello again YouTube, Mad Dog here. I've recently had a communication from one of my mates, and he's been saying to me that he's been struggling with something that's very common to us all, which is the basic feather stick. Now what he showed me was his feather sticks were something similar to this. Now, you know, that's all well and good. I'm not disrespecting anybody, but for me, what you've got to remember when firelighting, especially when you're using a ferrocerium rod and you're trying to establish a fire from a spark, is the three basic principles of fuel for a fire. So you want your tinder, your kindling and your main fuel source. So for me, this is great as kindling, but it's not fine enough as tinder, you know. So you need a lot more preparation, in my opinion, than just that. So what I choose to do when I'm making a feather stick, I mean everybody's different, this is just my opinion, is I take a stick, obviously the drier the better. Just try and bring the camera around here a bit so the lighting in here is terrible. And I do it in 3 stages. I take my knife and I start just a third of the way up the stick and I carve really fine fluffy curly whirlies. Don't know if it's picking up very well. And then just an inch or so up, a little bit more coarse, and then further up 1.5 inches again, more coarse. So I've got grades of feather stick on the same piece of wood, which I can still hold at the bottom. So I've got my tinder here because it's fine enough to catch a spark. Then when I hold it up, that flame will hopefully transfer into the next bundle, up into the next bundle, and so on. And once that's established, I can then add that to my fire lay and then introduce something like his feather stick, which to me is kindling. It's too thick to be a tinder. That's why he's struggling, mate. So if you're trying to throw a spark and, you know, catch a fire from that, you will do it eventually, but you're making hard work of it. You need to do more preparation and be more methodical and get lots of small fibrous curly whirlies first. So, you know, I'll get the old baking tray in and see if we can actually show you this method working. Let's see what happens. I'm sliding around here on this tray. It's not the best way of demonstrating this, to be honest. Nearly had it then. We'll get there in the end. Poor demonstration by me as always. But once we've got the fire going, and I'll stand the stick up, and as you can see, hopefully the flame is transferring up. So it's going all the way up, like a torch almost now, to the bigger kindling at the top, which from that I would now lay into my fire lay, then add the coarse feather stick onto as my kindling, my first form of kindling. And then once that's established, then add some thicker sticks, etc, etc, until you've built your fire. Always remember, to build a big fire you must always first start with a small fire. You know, it's basics and we all forget it. I do, you know, we're all guilty for it, but I just thought I'd throw this out there and share it with you, because it's easy to do a feather stick, get your knife, you know, carve away and think, yeah, I've got my feather stick, everything's good. You know, and another little tip is your knife must be really sharp. The sharper your knife, the finer the feather sticks that you can produce from that. So again, for tinder, you need to make tinder first. So anyway, hope you find some of this useful. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching my videos again. Take care out there. I'll see you on the next one, which won't be long. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah.